How you doing? My name is Devendra Prasad, and I'm going to do my topic on hormones and criminality. Kind of hard to take my ID out, so I'm going to just go ahead and show you it here real quick. There you go. Alright, so without further ado, we can get into it. I will be kind of glancing to the right to look at my computer, but on that note, let's get into it. So hormones and criminality. In the passage, there's a little scenario that they gave, and it talks about a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old. The 22-year-old was a male who was in an art class with a female that was 21 years old. Basically, 21-year-old female. And the reason why I'm saying the age is because they're illegal to drink, and that was their age in the scenario. But with that aside, basically the female came on to the guy, invited the guy to her apartment. The typical things that people in college do. So came to the apartment and gave the guy some wine or some drinks, and they were drinking, and she started taking off her clothes and started coming on to the guy. Basically, long story short, they were engaged in sexual intercourse, and once that happened, the female started saying stop, and I guess the guy didn't stop, and he was passed out drunk. She called the police. Police came, and when the police came, she told him to stop, and he didn't stop. They immediately arrested him and took him in and charged him with rape. He then got his family then got an attorney to represent him, and they hired a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist testified that he's a professional expert, and he knows what he knows that with a male that their testosterone and their blood level mixes, and when that mixes up, they have no ability to control themselves in that moment. She gave him alcohol. She seduced him. She took off her clothes. She made him aroused. She made him needless to say, she got him in the mood and got him in the mode where his hormones and everything are acting up and raging. And in that moment when she said stop, he didn't have no time to stop, and he just kept going. He just and that was their defense. That their defense was that the blood and hormones mixed together, and with him raging at that point, that he had no control over himself to stop. The female, however, they brought in their witness, or they brought in their professional. And here, let me just go back. Like I said, I was gonna go back and forth. So the female, her prosecution called their own expert and noted biochemistress who, citing various studies, said that there was no clearly established link between blood levels of testosterone and aggressive sexual behavior in human beings. Even if there were, he said, the people are not mindless animals. We have free choice. We are not so driven by our blood chemistry that we cannot decide that we are going to do what we are going to do in any given situation. And I kind of go hand in hand with that, because if you remember in some of my think-abouts when I answer my questions, it's kind of like the same thing what they're saying. Scientists are trying to prove that that there's genes, or there's this, or there's that, or like this one is saying that hormones makes people commit crime. Well, to a certain aspect that could be true, but at the same time it's kind of not, because we're just like her expert said, we're not mindless animals. We can still control ourselves to stop. We can still control ourselves to stop doing something. There's no way that you're just gonna. It's no way that you're just gonna keep going if someone tells you to stop. You know to stop. The other thing is, if that's true, if hormones is true, then in males, then that would mean only males, because in this way, they say that I can't pronounce the word, but serotonin, that comes from the pineal gland in the male, and that's what produces. That's what people who take steroids. That's what gives them hormones to have the testosterone level boost up, so that way they can lift more, they can do more. And the male body, scientifically proven, is what produces more of that than the female body. And if what this person is saying with hormones, then that means that what hormones will make females commit crime? Because there's a lot of females that commit crime, murder, all different types of crime. Not only just males, there's females that do it too. So what would make females do that then? What hormone in females' body makes females go crazy as well and commit crimes as well? So that's where I stand on that. I believe that you still have in your mind and the conscious, you still can decide whether to stop or to keep going, or to commit this crime or not to commit this crime. So that's where I stand on that, and I would love to hear about what other people think about that. But from this right here, this is that's hormones. I don't think hormones play a majority aspect in when someone's committing a crime, and they can't stop committing the crime or because of their hormones. I don't believe that would be true. But yeah, as far as the passage, as far as reading what the material that I read, that's just one scenario. I just wanted to talk about that topic. I'd love to hear what other people think about that topic, about hormones and crime. So thank you for listening to me, and that will be my end of the topic.